Alright, so new cards just got revealed for the upcoming December, or not December, January set for Japan. This is going to be, I believe, our February set, whichever is our winter set that's not Phantasmal Flames. So this set is going to feature around Zygarde. This is an excerpt from Poke Beach. Nihil Zero, featuring Mega Zygarde, was revealed during Japan's December livestream. As posted before, the set will release on January 23rd in Japan, learning about it a few months ago. And Poke Beach made an update that despite the set name reading as Municus Zero, they named it to Nihil Zero to more coincide with Zygarde's English attack name of Nihil Light. So, starting off with the start of the show, I'm going with the translations off of Antoine Boulet. They are an amazing translator who, well, mostly translate all of these attacks and Pokemon cards. So, starting with Mega Zygarde, we have 3 fighting energy for 200 damage, and you take 30 less damage from attacks during your opponent's next turn. Um, Decent 3 energy attack. Like okay, the first thing we need to focus on is the 310 HP. That's the barrier for basics. Mega Kangaskhan had that at 300, and now Zygarde just comes out and says, hey, 310. So potentially you could pair this with how Kangaskhan is being played. The only downside is you are 3 fighting instead of 3 colorless, so you don't have the flexibility of the dark energy that you need for Monkey Dory, so it might not be as good. But the minus 30 can always come into effect. And for 5 fighting energy, Nihil Zero, I'm assuming this is going to translate to Nihil Light. For each of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, you do 150 damage to that Pokemon. This kind of reminds me of a type of attack you would see in the Game Boy game, Game Boy TCG game that had exclusive cards that just relied heavily on RNG. But 5 fighting energy might be a bit too steep of a cost. So we'll see what other fighting support this card gets, but right now it doesn't have much. So if Zygarde is poised to be the poster boy of the set, it's got a lot of catching up to do because that 5 energy is not a lot. Though we do have some support. You have Barbaracle. Once during your turn, you may attach 1 fighting energy from your hand to one of your fighting type Pokemon. Zygarde is a fighting type Pokemon, so Barbaracle would work in that sense. The only issue is it's a stage 1. I know that's not really like massively a downside. Just look at Dracloak. The only issue is that is a draw engine. This is just acceleration, and acceleration like this we have sort of in the form of Flaffy, or not Flaffy, I'm getting the abilities mixed up, they're both Dynamotor. We have Electric. Um, and Electric sees currently no play. I understand it's not a good comparison to make because Electric is from discard, not from hand, and also has less HP, but it's similar enough effect to just that would be the closest comparison I can make right now. And yeah, Electric is not seeing play currently. This card I want to come back to because it is very interesting, but we have Mega Gallade. Swift Slash for 1 fighting. If this Pokemon doesn't have damage counters on it, you do 200 damage for 1 energy. In current format, I don't see a way for you to easily get that. Uh, it just seems like a quick 1 energy, or not 1 energy, quick 1 turn attack that's not going to be useful after that. So we will see how this goes. This is apparently a promo in Japan. How we will get it over here, we are not sure. Probably going to be in the set, but we'll see. Marvelous Edge 240 with no additional effect is not the best, unfortunately, especially on a stage 2 when you don't really have that much energy acceleration. Yeah, you have the Barbaracle that I mentioned before, but that's a stage 2 and a stage 1, neither of which are draw cards or really strong in terms of attacking. We have Rock Fighting Energy. This provides 1 fighting energy only when attached, and aside from that, it's just a mist energy for only fighting types. Which is kind of strange because I don't think mist energy is rotating. I believe that Mist Energy stays legal, which let me actually check that. Um, yes, Mist Energy. Yeah, Regulation H. Mist Energy is going to be legal for another year, so why they would give fighting a Mist Energy effect is strange. I understand it's not exactly the same as Mist because it does provide a colored energy and not just a colorless like Mist, but yeah, the printing of this type of effect on a special energy when an effect like that is already in format is a bit strange. Next up, Lumiose City. Once during each player's turn, you may search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto the bench. Then you shuffle your deck. If a player uses this effect, their turn ends. This is Artisan, but slightly better, slightly worse. You can search out a Rulebox Pokemon with this stadium, unlike Artisan. The only issue is, unlike Artisan, your turn ends if you use this effect, even if you fail. So, if you use this card, you better hope you have a basic in deck, otherwise there's not really a point to doing so. You'd rather just try and attack with something that does no damage, but still advances your board state. Um, Artisan is rotating, notably, so we are going to have a lack of ball search. Um, so Lumiose City could fill in the gap a bit, but I don't trust it, honestly. I'm in the middle of it. We have Naveen, one of the main protagonists of Pokemon Legends ZA, and by main protagonist I mean member of Team MZ. Draw until you have 5 cards in hand. Before drawing, however, you may discard any number of cards from your hand. So it's a strange card. It's fine for what it wants to do, but with the amount of draw that we have currently, I don't see a place for it. We are currently losing Professor's Research to the rotation. We still have Carmine, however, and we also have Lily. So Naveen could be a decent include, but I think Carmine would just be better because you don't have to. Well, you still have to discard your whole hand with Carmine, but I think I would rather just get the full draw 5 rather than selecting what I want to keep. Tarragon, I don't think this card is going to be good. You put 4 in any combination of fighting Pokemon and basic fighting energy from your discard into your hand. I know, again, it's not a good way to compare, but we have Tulip in format, which is this effect, but for Psychic, and it's seeing no play in the slightest. I am aware that we did just see the Barbaracle, and Tarragon could pair nicely with that, but I don't really see that being too good, so we can only hope as to if this card will see play. I am looking forward to the full art of this because Tarragon, okay, any of the Legends ZA characters are really uh, well written, in my opinion, and Tarragon is one of them. Core Memory, a tool for Mega Zygarde. The Mega Zygarde EX this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. For 4 fighting, you do 350 damage and you discard all energy from this Pokemon. So I guess you could pair this with Tarragon and just power it up immediately, but then you have to have 3 Barbaracle on the field to get it powered up immediately, unless there's some other way to do so, and it just becomes a mess. So there's like I'm skeptical on Mega Zygarde right now. They need to print like a massive boost to it. They would have to print something like Mega Mega Turbo to make this better. I believe that is all of them. Yeah, that's all of the new cards that I wanted to do. And now I want to go back to this Meowth. I have been playing this game for 7-ish years since Sun and Moon. I had Tapu Lele as my supporter search during that time, and Meowth is effectively a reprint of that. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, put it into your hand. You can't use this ability if you've used another ability with, quote, trump card in its name. So, the way this is reading is making it look like there's going to be other abilities that are going to pair with each other. And I do want to preface that this is a colorless Pokemon. We have Team Rocket's Watchtower in format, so that will shut this off if it's in play. And I think that's what Pokemon is intending. We have Noctowl, we have uh, Blood Moon Ursaluna, and we now have Meowth EX. I think they are trying to print good abilities on colorless Pokemon and have Rocket's Watchtower shut those off. I believe they have translated the attack. Yeah. Turn tail, 60 damage, and you put this Pokemon and all cards attached back into your hand. So effectively, Shaman EX Sky Return. It's not the same as Lele GX, which I've put up on screen, um, but it is relatively close. One retreat, 170 HP. The only difference is that Lele had a good attack and no weakness. So I don't think you're ever going to attack with Meowth. You can get it back in a pinch, which is good. But for 3 energy, it doesn't really seem that good. Anyways, that is all of the reveals from Nihil Light. I'm, again, not certain on how this Zygarde is going to function because it just does not seem like it has enough support right now. But that will be seen how Pokemon decides to print support. It has happened before that some cards have seemed mediocre. Look at Terapagos when it was first revealed. We didn't know Area Zero was a thing. So everyone was looking at Terapagos with, oh, this only does 150. But as soon as we got Area Zero revealed and Noctowl, Terapagos became a bit more of a talking point. So maybe that'll happen with Zygarde too. Anyways, what was all of your favorite new cards revealed from the set? Personally, I'm excited for the new Meowth. I'm excited to have Supporter Search back, especially with Arven leaving in rotation. We're going to need a lot of consistency going forward. Let me know down below what cards you're looking for this set and also for the upcoming Ascended Heroes too. And I will see everybody in the next video.